it's kind of tough coming up here last. We have Demetria. She came and really inspired us. She told us to really, it's your show, get things done. Then we had a legend, Keith, Mr. Tucker. He's done the business, done it before me, and you can look at his bank account, you can see it. And then, of course, Mr. LeCapper. He's a co-founder, but he's a man that's been on my side and has been patient with me over about a year and a half, close to 2 years. I've done a lot of stuff, and I take all those things that I've been able to do, and I'm sort of tying it up with Myecon. We go ACN, 5 Links, Market America. We go Prime America, AL Wims. We go Fruit Vita International, Energy. We can go Web TV. I mean, everything. I have a brand, and it's called TEAMESTEEM. And TEAMESTEEM means pretty much coming and embracing a group like this. I studied a book. I want to give you guys this book. It was recommended to me by some Organo Gold reps, which is a great company. Body by Vibe was another great company. But I'm going to tell you something. This company here has a system. And I'm here today. I don't have my PowerPoint. I left it in another room, so I'm going to just go right down the 6 steps. And then if you can write some stuff down, I promise you, I'm going to leave you something that you can take home and put it on the stove and let it simmer. And then I'm going to give you something else that you can tell somebody about. All right? Because someone else that should have been here is not here today because he's dead. All right? 6 things. That's the 6-step turnkey system. So write that down. All right? I'm going to leave you with 5 things that you can remember. So just go, we're going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So those of y'all that are taking notes, you can go ahead and get started. 5 things that you can remember. We got 4 important points. 4 important points that you're going to need to document and write down. But the three things, you see my finger's not quite straight anymore, but the 3 things that you can go and really take with you the rest of your life, I'll lead us to those last 2 and the number 1 thing. 6 steps, and I'll do it in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Add it up. Anybody add it up? Do the math. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 adds up to what? Anybody? Somebody's got a calculator. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 adds up to be 21. And when you get to 21, you know you've done something. If you can do 21 days of anything, you've done something. All right, the 6 steps. All I'm doing is reviewing what's been said. All right, you got the quick start orientation. They've covered it. If you didn't get it when they were sharing it with you, just go to a video and watch the quick step orientation. Okay, so you don't have to write that down. Don't write the 6 steps because it's on your website. All right, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you may have to write it down. All right, step number 2 is your context. We know that you're what? 6 people away from anybody in the world. All right, you study that. If you haven't, go look it up. I Googled it last night around 12 o'clock. And I said, there's some facts there that says you're 6 people away from anybody in the world. So you have an unlimited market of people. Unlimited. If you're 6 steps away from anybody in the world, you can talk to anybody. All right? But you got to be willing, all right, to get into no competition. That's what we have over in Alexandria. All right? Yvette's involved, James involved. You got to win the competition of no's. If you win all the no's, in 1 month, if you got 100 no's, you're going to get 10 yeses. I mean, that's a fact. I listen to tapes all the time. I'm studying people. This stuff is facts, but if you start applying it, it's going to work for you. Invitation and appointments. If you didn't ask somebody to come out here today, all right, today is the first day to get started. Ask somebody to watch a video. But you got to watch it first. Don't take a year to watch it like me. All right? That took me a long time. But now I watched the video. Mr. LeCapper said, "When you going to speak?" I'm like, man, I didn't watch these videos. So I know what I'm talking about. That's step number 3. All right? That's the invitation and appointment. Now, the BPMs, Keith, of course, did a marvelous job. In your home, in the coffee shop. My brother James, who's videotaping this right now, Panera Bread, he's like, man, if I had a Panera Bread in Petersburg, this is just business galore. It ain't look like that in Petersburg. word. Even if people just coming in, coming out, bring somebody with you that doesn't mind handing out a business card. My brother's like, man, you don't talk to people. He said, talk to this guy. Talk to this guy. I'm like, dang, can I eat? I mean, just go sit in a place where people are really, they got money. I mean, go to Old Town. Sit there, hand out a card. Embassy Suites on February the 27th. Come on over. Check us out. We sit there for a reason because people are spending money. We're going to Rocky Gap Casino because people are giving away money. And if they're giving away money, they have $179. All right? So you just got to think about it and say, if I'm 6 people away from anybody in the world, I got to start talking to some people. I got to get excited about something. And the one thing, you know, I think these 6 steps, I'm going to speed it up. So I'm down about 5 minutes. I got a clock going on in my head, and I had to use the 5. I'll make sure I go 5 and 5. Is the BPMs. I'm going to break it down right off the script. From your home, one-on-one, your group, your webinar, and telecommunication. This man is on the grind all the time. All you got to do is dial him up, listen to what he has to say, and put somebody on the line. Ivy Stokes, I'm going to tell you, if you don't know him, you have to listen to him. I'm telling everybody, you got to have a business. Because I've been listening to Ivy Stokes talk about a business, and I even sound like him now. Because Spencer sounds like him. Everybody talks about a business, and so I'm saying a business. I want to have $600 million in my account too, so I'm going to say you got to have a business. Just like Mr. Stokes. So that's point number 4. Then we have the close and follow-up. Spencer was closing, Mr. LeCap was closing early today. He got one. And by the end of the day, you should have somebody that's excited about something. If they can't get excited about a cash flow manager, all right, then they need to tell you somebody. Be like the Cutco knives. I did the knives too, where you always ask for referrals. Be like a timeshare. Everybody been on timeshare presentation. The last step in that third person is what? That third person will say, can you give me 10 names? But with Cutco knives, they're going to tell you, can you call those 10 people first? It's all in here. This is a book Bobby Diggs. He's making a lot of money in organic gold. He said, read this first. And I read it, and it's pretty powerful. Now, if you're struggling with people, you say, look, I want to talk to people that really mean business. This is what you need to do. You need to research RDB. RDB. Somebody in the room should know about what I'm talking about. Resume database fucking. And you heard of it, right? Huh? Somebody? Oh my goodness. You can't be in the business. That's why I've done 21 of them. And then nobody told me about resume database fucking. You can just go on YouTube and find people with their resumes and people who want to do network marketing, people that want to sell coffee, and they'll give you the resume, and you call them up and say, hey, come on out. I looked at your resume. It's resume database plugging. All right? That's just the way you can build your contacts list. That's if you want to. I mean, if you want to be like Demetri and have that big check and have a story, you got to start somewhere. All right? You got to get started. Questions?
Resume database.
Resume database plugging.
What's the last word? I didn't understand.
Plugging. Plucking. Just go Google RDP. Network marketing. That's the secret that people don't share that stuff. And people are marketing that tool, and it's a system. I tried and it was good. Number 5 is the close, and it's good to have an executive there for the close, and then of course, duplication of the process. Okay, those are the 6 steps. You know, I took like 7 minutes on the 6th step. So I'm gonna go these last 3 minutes with my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question. Excuse me. Number 5, right here, is close and follow up. You gotta have a close and then the follow up. And then the final step is duplication. The process has to be done over and over and over again. It's a wealthy person system that can save you. This is Brian Bean right here. It can save you what? Some time, energy, and money. Go ahead and spell it out. That's system. It will save you some time, energy, and money. I've listened to Brian Bean so much that I'm using his stuff. Don't give him credit. This is a system, and I'm here to talk about the 6-step turnkey business building system. You can read, so I don't have to read that to you. But here are the 5 things. Here are the 5 things I want to leave you with. All right? You got to be motivated. This is coming from these are 5 points points right here. This is my number 5. You got to be motivated. You got to have an it or why. You got to set smart goals. That's specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic goals. We know this. Then education, which we have it here. We have Myecon U. It just hasn't been founded yet. You got to get education. That's point number 3. Then make the choice. My dad preached a sermon, the choice is yours. He's 80 now. He's saying the choice is yours to do what? To get up or be dead. Because if you sleep, you might as well be dead.
Really?
You got to, am I breathing? I mean, I'm a teacher by trade. I do this every day. I'm like, wake up. Dude, are you breathing? Some of you can't even tell. You've been in church. Some churches, you get up, you know they're breathing now. Or fall asleep, but it's not church. This is the thing. And then the last piece is you got to be part of a network. All right? A network. So these are my 5 right here. Motivation, smart goal setting, education, choices, and network. That's my 5. Here's my number 4. It takes 3 people and you to be what? In this business, it takes 3 people and you become a what? See, y'all act like y'all don't get everybody. Executive vice president now, that's the highest level you can go. Come on, we ain't talking about blue diamond. We ain't talking executive vice president. That's number 4. 3 people plus you, that's number 4. All right? Number 3, there's 3 things, all right? 3 things that will last forever. We already know that, right? If you're writing it down, it's faith, hope, and love. All right? That's coming out of where? One of my 2 Bible verses that you need to remember. Corinthians what? 13. There's 3 things that will last forever. That's faith, hope, and love. Those are my 3 things and my 2 scriptures. I gave you one. The next one is Habakkuk. I had to practice Habakkuk because no one looks at that book. No one preaches about the book. But I'm telling you, in Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2 and 3, it talks about what? And make it what? That's why it's a powerful thing, because the last thing that I want to talk about today, and I've been sitting back, I was going to do my push-ups, and come in with a storm, but the last thing is, if you got this number 1 thing, all right, and I learned this from Organic Gold. They hold up number 1, so I still take that number 1, all right, and it shows what? Keep your heads up and your eyes up, and you look up to the Lord, and if the Lord's going to say, hey, you have favor, but I'm going to tell you, if you have favor on this, which it is, then the rest, all right, is over. 6 steps, all right? All right. I appreciate that. My 5 points. The 4, 3 people in you, your EVP, all right? 3 things, faith, hope, and love. Get those 2 scriptures and pass them on to somebody, and then, hey, if God said it's for you, it's for you. All right. All right.